हेलो साथीहरु, वेलकम टु लोकसेवा। आज फेरि पनि हामीहरु हजुरहरुको माझमा आइसकेको छु अर्को भिडियो लिएर। र आजको भिडियो भनेको कमन इन्ट्रान्स एक्जामिनेसनको केमिस्ट्री पेपर जुन कि 2022 मा सोधिएको क्वेशनहरु रहेको छ। र यो भन्दा अगाडि हामीले 2022 र 2023 को मोडल सेट्सहरु अलरेडी अपलोड गरिसकेको छौं। यदि तपाईहरुले त्यो भिडियो हेर्नु भएको छैन भने हामीले त्यसको लिंक तपाईलाई डिस्क्रिप्सन बक्समा मेन्सन गरिदिएको छौं। त्यहाँ गएर तपाईहरुले हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ। र यदि तपाई यो च्यानलमा नयाँ हुनुहुन्छ भने च्यानललाई सब्स्क्राइब गर्न नबिर्सनु होला। भिडियो मन परेमा लाइक र शेयर गर्न नबिर्सनु होला। हस् त भिडियो सुरु गरौँ। अब आयो हाम्रो स्क्रिनमा पहिलो क्वेशन, प्योरेस्ट फर्म अफ कार्बन इज, यसको आन्सर हुन्छ डायमन्ड। कसरी हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि डायमन्ड इज कम्पोज्ड अफ कार्बन एटम्स arranged in a crystal lattice structure and it is one of the purest form of carbon with each carbon atom bonded to 4 other carbon atoms in a tetrahedral arrangement. It is highly valued for its clarity and purity in its crystalline form. अब आउँछ सेकेन्ड नम्बर क्वेशनमा, एब्जर्बर अफ SO2 ग्यास इज, यसको आन्सर हुन्छ पोटासियम हाइड्रोक्साइड। क्वेशन नम्बर 3, बोन्ड एंगल इन द गिवन कंपाउंड इज भन्दाखेरि हामीले यहाँ हेर्न सक्छौं 117 डिग्री आन्सर यसको रहेको छ। कसरी हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि सेन्ट्रल O एटम इज O, दैट इज sp2 hybridized. It has bent structure. Bond angle is 116.8 degree, nearly equal to 117. Both O bond length are equal, that is 128 pm due to resonance. Bond order of O bond in O3 is 1.5. Ozone is highly reactive allotrope of oxygen. It is formed in the upper atmosphere, that is stratosphere, about 20 km from Earth's surface by the action of ultraviolet radiation on oxygen. So इसको आंसर आएको छ 117 डिग्री। क्वेशन नम्बर 4, सुपर हेलोजन इज, यसको आन्सर आएको छ F2। कसरी हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि सुपर हेलोजन इज अ हेलोजन which has high electronegativity and high reactivity. Since F2 is highly reactive and it has a super halogen, also F2 has the highest electronegativity. So यसको आन्सर आएको छ F2। क्वेशन नम्बर 5, ब्लिचिङ अफ क्लोरिन इज, यसको आन्सर आएको छ पर्मानेंट बाई ऑक्सीडेशन। अब कसरी हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि ब्लिचिङ अफ क्लोरिन, that is Cl2, is considered permanent and it occurs by oxidation. Chlorine is a powerful oxidizing agent and is often used to bleach substances by oxidizing colored compounds and removing their color. This process is typically irreversible, making the bleaching permanent. So इसको आन्सर आएको छ permanent by oxidation. Question number 6, which ore doesn't contain calcium? यसको आन्सर हुन्छ बक्जाइट। कसरी हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि बक्जाइट ore does not contain calcium. It is an ore primarily composed of aluminum hydroxide, iron oxides and other minerals. In contrast, calcite, dolomite and limestone are all calcium containing minerals or rocks. So इसको आन्सर आएको छ बक्जाइट। Question number 7, person frequently working with phosphorus may suffer from, इसको आन्सर रहेको छ फसीज। फसीज is a severe condition that can affect people who are frequently exposed to white phosphorus, such as in industries involving the use of white phosphorus like the manufacturing of matches. It is characterized by necrosis of the jawbone and other serious health complications. This condition is primarily associated with exposure to white phosphorus and it is well documented occupational health hazard. So इसको आंसर आएको छ फसीज। क्वेशन नम्बर 8, ओजोनोलाइसिस of water is done, यसको आन्सर रहेको छ to remove bacterial impurities. अब कसरी हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि ozonolysis of water is done primarily to remove bacterial impurities and disinfect the water. Ozone, that is O3, is a powerful disinfectant that can kill or inactivate bacteria and other microorganisms in water. It is commonly used in water treatment to ensure the safety of drinking water. So इसको आंसर रहेको छ to remove bacterial impurities. Question number 9, reaction NaOH plus H2SO4 gives Na2SO4 plus H2O is a type of, इसको आंसर रहेको छ metathesis reaction. In the given reaction is a type of metathesis reaction also known as double displacement reaction. In this reaction, the positive ion, that is Na positive and H positive, exchange partners with the negative ion hydroxide and sulfuric acid to form new compounds. So the answer is metathesis reaction. Question number 10, solution of sodium in liquid ammonia is blue color due to यसको आन्सर रहेको छ ammoniated electrons कसरी हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि the blue color of a solution of sodium in liquid ammonia is primarily due to the presence of ammoniated electron. When metallic sodium is dissolved in liquid ammonia, it donates its electron to the solution. Ammonia molecule, that is NH3, then solvate these electrons forming ammoniated electrons, that is e to the power NH3 negative. These ammoniated electrons are responsible for the blue color in the solution. So the answer is ammoniated electrons. Question number 11. H2O2 is formed when a compound A is reacted with dilute sulfuric acid. The compound A is यसको आन्सर हुन्छ Na2O2. कसरी हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि the formation of hydrogen peroxide typically involves the reaction of a peroxide compound with dilute sulfuric acid. In this case, compound A must be a peroxide compound. Among the given option, first MnO2 is a manganese dioxide and it is not a peroxide compound. Next, BaO, that is barium oxide, is not a peroxide compound. Fe2O3 is iron third oxide and is not a peroxide compound. Na2O2, that is peroxide. So the answer is Na2O2. Question number 12. Ferrocene is इसको आंसर रहेको छ Fe C5H5 bracket 2. Ferrocene is represented by the formula FeC5H5 consisting of two cyclopentadienyl anions, that is C5H5 negative bonded to an iron Fe atom. Question number 13. Technetium is named by Mendeleev as इसको आंसर हुन्छ Mendeleev used the prefix eka to predict the properties of undiscovered element based on their position in the periodic table. In this case, he predicted the properties of technetium to be similar to those of manganese. So he named it eka manganese, that is eka means one below Sanskrit to indicate its position in the periodic table below manganese. So इसको आंसर रहेको छ eka manganese. Question number 14. Which is not reduced by hydrogen? यसको आन्सर रहेको छ Al2O3. कसरी हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि H2, that is hydrogen gas, is often used as a reducing agent. It can reduce metal oxides to their respective metal. Let us analyze the following option. HgO, that is mercury second oxide, is reduced by H2 to form mercury. Next, Fe2O3 iron third oxide is reduced by hydrogen to form iron. Al2O3, that is aluminium oxide, is not reduced by hydrogen under normal conditions. Aluminium is a highly reactive metal and its reduction typically requires a powerful reducing agent. Fourth, CuO, that is copper second oxide, is reduced by hydrogen to form copper, that is Cu. So इसको आंसर रहेको छ Al2O3. Question number 15. Which of the following is correct for increasing order of metallic character? यसको आन्सर रहेको छ BEMGCA. अब कसरी हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि the correct order of increasing metallic character is based on the tendency to lose electron and form positive ion. Elements with greater tendency to lose electron exhibit higher metallic character. In this context, the correct order is BEMGCA. So इसको आन्सर हुन्छ D. Question number 16. Yellow stain is developed in the hand while working with nitric acid in the lab. It is due to the presence of इसको आन्सर रहेको छ protein. कसरी हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि the yellow stain developed on the hands while working with nitric acid in the lab is typically due to the formation of nitrophenol, which is yellow compound. It occurs as a result of the nitration of organic materials such as skin oils and proteins by nitric acid. So the correct answer is protein. Question number 17. Type of compound formed by element X of second A and element Y of 7th A group is यसको आन्सर रहेको छ XY2. कसरी हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि the type of compound formed by element X of group 2nd A and Y of group 7th A is typically an ionic compound. Element X from group 2nd A tends to lose 2 electrons to form a 2 plus cation, while element of Y from group 7A tends to gain 1 electron to form 1 anion. Correct chemical formula for the compound formed between X and Y is XY2. Question number 18. Which of the following ions can coagulate AS to S3 faster? इसको आंसर रहेको छ Al3 positive. To coagulate arsenic sulfide faster, you would need a cation, that is positively charged ion, that can effectively neutralize the negative charge on the surface of As2S3 particles, causing them to come together and precipitate. Aluminium ion is known to be an effective coagulant in water treatment processes because it can neutralize the negative charge on particles. So the answer is Al3 positive. Question number 19. Forces between nitrogen molecules is, यसको आन्सर आएको छ लन्डन फोर्सेस. कसरी हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि the forces between N2 molecules are primarily London dispersion force, that is B. Nitrogen molecules are non-polar and they do not have a permanent dipole moment. Therefore, the primarily intermolecular force between N2 molecules are London dispersion forces, which are also known as van der Waals forces or induced dipole forces. These forces result from temporary fluctuation in electron distribution around the molecules, leading to the creation of temporary dipoles. So, इसका आंसर रहेको छ B number, that is London forces. Question number 20. A metal halide which is white, amorphous and insoluble in water, also used to prepare electrode is, यसको आन्सर रहेको छ Hg2Cl2, that is mercurous chloride. अब कसरी हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि Hg2Cl2 is mercurous chloride and it is used in the preparation of calomel electrodes, which are widely used in electrochemical and analytical chemistry. So यसको आन्सर रहेको छ Hg2Cl2, that is mercurous chloride. यदि तपाईहरुलाई केही डाउट छ अहिलेसम्म अथवा केही कन्फ्युजन भइराछ अथवा केही कुरा सोध्न मन गरिराछ, केही कुराको बारेमा जानकारी थाहा पाउनु छ भने हामी आफ्नो WhatsApp र Telegram को लिंक डिस्क्रिप्सन बक्समा राखिदिएको छौं. त्यसमा तपाईहरुले पर्सनली जोइन भएर मेसेज गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ अथवा तपाईहरु कमेन्ट मार्फत पनि तपाईहरुले सोध्न सक्नुहुन्छ. र यदि तपाईहरु यो च्यानलमा नयाँ हुनुहुन्छ भने कृपया च्यानललाई सब्स्क्राइब गर्न नबिर्सनु होला र भिडियो मन परेमा लाइक र शेयर गर्न नबिर्सनु होला. क्वेशन नम्बर 21. For the production of H2S in lab, we use, यसको आन्सर रहेको छ KIPS. For the production of hydrogen sulfide, that is H2S, in a laboratory setting, KIPS apparatus is commonly used. It is a simple and reliable device that allows for the controlled generation of gas, including hydrogen sulfide, by the reaction of a solid or liquid with an acid. It consists of 2 or 3 bulbs connected vertically with the gas generated in the lower bulbs. Question number 22. Iron renders passive when dipped in, इसको आन्सर हुन्छ concentrated HNO3. Iron can render passive when dipped in dilute nitric acid, that is dilute HNO3. The formation of a passive layer on iron in dilute nitric acid helps to protect iron from further corrosion. In contrast, concentrated nitric acid, that is ConHNO3, can be more corrosive to iron and may not lead to passivation. इसको आन्सर रहेको छ concentrated HNO3. Question number 23. Best process for manufacture of urea uses. इसको आन्सर रहेको छ nitrogen, hydrogen and carbon dioxide. This process involves the reaction of nitrogen and hydrogen to produce ammonia, that is NH3, and then ammonia reacts with carbon to produce NH2CONH2. Question number 24. The weight of KCl, that is potassium chloride, molecular weight of K is 39 and Cl is 35.5, required to make 0.1 molar solution in 1 liter is, यसको आन्सर रहेको छ 7.45 ग्राम. अब यो तपाईले concentrated solution को न्यूमेरिकल रहेको छ. To make 0.1 molar, that is capital M, that is 0.1 m solution of KCl, that is potassium chloride, in 1 liter 1000 milliliter of water, you need to calculate amount of KCl needed. So अब कसरी क्याल्कुलेट गर्ने भन्दाखेरि तपाईले स्क्रिनमा हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ. तपाईको आन्सर तपाईको सामने छ. यसको आन्सर हुन्छ 7.45 ग्राम. कसरी आयो भन्दाखेरि भिडियो पौज गरेर तपाईले रिफर गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ. Question number 25. Solution of AgNO3 and CuSO4 are present in 2 voltmeters connected in series. When equal quantity of electricity is passed, then the ratio of mass of Ag liberated to copper is, यसको आन्सर रहेको छ 108/31.75. कसरी हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि the ratio of mass of substance liberated at the electrodes during electrolysis is directly proportional to their equivalent weights. For silver Ag and copper Cu, the equivalent weights are as follows. Weight of सिल्भर निकाल्नुस्, त्यसपछि वेट अफ कपर निकाल्ने र तपाईको आन्सर आउँछ। फर्दर न्यूमेरिकल गर्दै गयो भने तपाईको आन्सर आउँछ 108/31.75. Question number 26. In the electrolytic solution, the conduction of electricity is due to, यसको आन्सर रहेको छ ions. In electrolytic solution, the conduction of electricity is primarily due to ions. When an ionic compound dissolves in a solvent to form an electrolytic solution, the ions in the solution can move and carry electrical charges. Ions are charged particles and their mobility allows them to carry electric current. This is the fundamental basis of the conduction of electricity in electrolytic solution. So, इसको correct answer रहेको छ तपाईले ions. Question number 27. 15 gram of octane is burned and is used to increase the temperature of 50 cubic centimeter of water by 15 degrees Celsius. If the density of water is 1 gram per centimeter cube and a specific heat capacity of water is 4.18 joule per gram degree per Celsius, what is the heat supplied by the gas to increase the temperature of water? यसको आन्सर रहेको छ 3135 joule. कसरी आयो भन्दाखेरि to find the heat supplied by octane to increase the temperature of water, you can use the formula Q is equal to mc delta T. That is, Q is equal to heat energy in joule, m is the mass of water in gram, c is the specific heat capacity of water, that is 4.18, delta T is the change in temperature, that is which is also in degree Celsius. So mathematically solve गर्ने हो भने तपाईको आन्सर आउँछ 3135 joule. Question number 28. When KMnO4 is used in the titration of oxalic acid in dilute S2SO4 medium, the indicator used is, यसको आन्सर रहेको छ self indicator. अब कसरी हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि titration of oxalic acid with potassium permanganate in a dilute sulfuric acid medium, no external indicator is typically used. The reaction itself serves as a self indicator. The reaction between oxalic acid and potassium permanganate is as follows. Reaction तपाईले स्क्रिनमा हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ. The end point of the titration is indicated by the significant color change from pink or purple due to the excess KMnO4 to a colorless solution when all the oxalic acid has been reacted. So the answer रहेको छ self indicator. Question number 29. The given gold number of compound are A, B, C, D is 0.5, 0.05, 0.1 and 0.01 respectively. What is the order of their protective power? इसको आंसर रहेको छ D greater than B greater than C greater than A. Question number 30. Unit of solubility product of AB type salt is m mole square mole minus 2. That is, the solubility product is a constant representing the equilibrium between the solid state AB dissociating into its ion A positive and B negative in a solution. It is defined as the product of molar concentration of the ion raised to the power of their coefficients in the inner dissociation equation. These results in the unit being in mole square I minus 2 for an AB type salt. So इसको आंसर रहेको छ B, that is mole square I negative 2. Question number 31. Fractional crystallization is based on the difference of, इसको आंसर रहेको छ solubility. कसरी आयो भन्दाखेरि fractional crystallization is based on the difference in solubility of various substances in a solution. It is a separation technique commonly used in chemistry to separate compounds that have different solubilities in a solvent. By gradually cooling a solution, the less soluble compound will crystallize out of the solution first, allowing for the separation of different components based on their solubility characteristics. So इसको आंसर रहेको छ solubility. Question number 32. Rate of diffusion of CH4 is 2 times the rate of diffusion of gas X. Then the molecular mass of gas X is, कसरी आयो भन्दाखेरि यसको आन्सर हुन्छ तपाईले 64. कसरी हुन्छ स्क्रिनमा पौज गरेर हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ तपाईहरुले. Question number 33. The overall rate of reaction is determined by, यसको आन्सर रहेको छ the rate of slowest intermediate step. कसरी हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि the overall rate of a multi-step chemical reaction is often determined by the slowest step, which is rate limiting, which is also known as the rate determining step. This step has the highest activation energy, meaning it proceeds at the lower rate compared to the other intermediate step in the reaction mechanism. As a result, the rate of the slowest intermediate step governs the overall rate of the reaction, as all the other steps may occur more quickly but are limited by the rate of the slowest step. So इसका आंसर रहेको छ the rate of slowest intermediate step. Question number 34. The momentum and position of electron can be determined by using. यसको आन्सर रहेको छ बोयर्स थ्योरी. कसरी हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि electron revolve around nucleus in orbit and these orbits are called energy cell or levels. Electrons can move only in other circular orbit where angular momentum is a whole number and multiple of h upon 2 pi, that is electron and 2 position, that is MVR is equal to nh upon 2 pi. Electron energy in particular orbit is constant. Lowest energy state is called ground state, and when electron absorbs energy and jumps to higher state it is called excited state. So इसको आंसर रहेको छ बोयर्स थ्योरी. Question number 35. Bohr's atomic spectrum is valid for. इसको आंसर रहेको छ हाइड्रोजन like single electron species. Bohr's atomic model and its associated spectral lines are primarily valid for hydrogen like single electron species. It means it is applicable to any species that contains only a single electron orbiting a nucleus, much like the hydrogen atom. Examples of such species include helium ions, lithium ions, and other hydrogen-like ions. For more complex atoms and molecules, Bohr's model is not accurate, and the behavior of electrons and the resulting spectral lines is described by quantum mechanism. So, इसको आंसर रहेको छ hydrogen-like single electron species. Polymer is formed by combining of a number of monomers. Adipic acid is the monomer of. यसको आन्सर रहेको छ nylon 66. कसरी हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि adipic acid is one of the monomers used in the production of nylon 66. Nylon 66 is a type of synthetic polymers and its name refers to the fact that it has 6 carbon atoms in both the diamine and diacidic monomers used to create it. Adipic acid is the diacid components in nylon 66, while the diamine components is hexamethylene diamine, which also contains 6 carbon atoms. So, इसका आंसर रहेको छ nylon 66. Question number 37. Amino acid is atmospheric due to. इसको आंसर रहेको छ both alkalinity and acidity. यसको कसरी एक्सप्लेनेसन गर्ने भन्दाखेरि amino acids are aromatic compounds because they can act both acids and bases. They have both acidic functional group and basic functional group. This means they can donate a proton when they act as an acid and accept a proton when they act as a base. The amphoteric nature of amino acid is a key property that allows them to participate in various chemical reactions and is essential for their role in forming proteins and other biomolecules. Question number 38. Which act as both electrophile and nucleophile? इसको आन्सर रहेको छ CH3CN. कसरी हुन्छ भनेपछि acetonitrile, that is CH3CN, can act as both an electrophile and a nucleophile in different chemical reactions. Its reactivity depends on the specific reaction condition and the nature of the reactant involved. In some reactions, it can act an electrophile by accepting a pair of electrons, while in other, it can act as a nucleophile by donating a pair of electrons. This dual reactivity is a characteristic of many organic compounds. So, इसको आंसर रहेको छ CH3CN. Question number 39. Glycerin are made from. इसको आंसर रहेको छ fat. कसरी हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि glycerin, also known as glycerol, is typically produced from fats and oils through a process called hydrolysis or transesterification. In this process, fats and oils are broken down into their individual fatty acids components, and glycerin is one of the byproducts. Glycerin is widely used in various industries including foods, pharmaceuticals and cosmetics. So, इसको आंसर रहेको छ fat. Question number 40. Which of the following is used to manufacture chlorobenzene? इसको आंसर रहेको छ racing process. In racing process, it is used to manufacture chlorobenzene. In this process, benzene is chlorinated in the presence of a catalyst, typically iron third chloride, which facilitates the substitution of hydrogen atoms in benzene with chlorine atoms. This reaction results in the formation of chlorobenzene, The other process mentioned such as Dow's, Decons and Casters are used for different chemical reaction and not specifically for the production of chlorobenzene. So यसको आन्सर रहेको छ racing process. Question number 41. Clemenson reduction is carried by using यसको आन्सर रहेको छ ZnHg and concentrated HCl. Clemens reduction is a chemical reaction used to reduce carbonyl compounds such as ketones and aldehydes to their corresponding hydrocarbons. In this process, zinc with mercury is combined with concentrated HCl. The amalgam reduces the carbonyl group to an alkyl group, effectively converting the carbonyl compounds into a hydrocarbon. This reduction method is particularly effective for the conversion of ketones and aldehydes to alkanes. So इसका आंसर रहेगा A number, that is ZnHg and concentrated HCl. Question number 42. The monosaccharide among the following is इसका आंसर रहेगा glucose. The monosaccharide among the option provided is a glucose. Monosaccharides are the simplest form of carbohydrates and cannot be further hydrolyzed into simpler sugar. Glucose is a monosaccharide, while cellulose, starch and sucrose are all composed of multiple monosaccharides units and are therefore classified as polysaccharides or disaccharides. So इसका आंसर रहेगा glucose, that is option number A is the correct answer. Question number 43. Representation of ester is, that is CO2. कसरी हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि ester are organic compounds characterized by the functional group of CO2 which is derived from carboxylic acid COOH and an alcohol. This group is commonly written as RCO2R-, where R and R- represents various organic groups. So इसका आंसर रहेगा CO. Question number 44. Benzene is treated with concentrated HNO3 and concentrated H2SO4 to produce a compound A. The compound A is reduced by Fe/HCl to form compound B. B is treated with NaNO2/HCl in cold medium and forms compound C. C is now hydrolyzed to form D and D is then heated with zinc dust forming compound E. The name of the compound is so formed is. यसको आन्सर रहेको छ बेन्जिन. कसरी हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि स्क्रिन पज गरेर तपाईले हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ. Question number 45. Methyl chloride is treated with aqueous sodium hydroxide to produce compound B. B is now dehydrogenated with copper at 300 degrees Celsius to produce compound C, which is used in formation of bakelite. The compound C is, यसको आन्सर रहेको छ methanol. कसरी हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि methyl chloride is treated with aqueous potassium hydroxide. This reaction is neutrophilic substitution reaction where CH3Cl reacts with hydroxide from potassium hydroxide to produce methanol and potassium chloride. Second, compound B is now dehydrogenated with copper Cu at 300 degrees Celsius. Dehydrogenation typically involves the removal of hydrogen atoms. In this case, methanol can be dehydrogenated to produce formaldehyde. Third, compound C is used in the formation of bakelite. Bakelite is a type of polymer formed from phenol and formaldehyde methanol. Therefore, compound C is methanol. So, इसको आंसर रहेको छ methanol. Question number 46. When benzaldehyde is heated with acetic anhydride, it condenses and then hydrolyzes to give 3-phenyl prop to N1 ionic acid. The given reaction is, इसको आंसर हुन्छ Perkin condensation. The reaction described where benzaldehyde is heated with acetic anhydride to form a product that undergoes hydrolysis to give 3-phenyl prop to 1 ionic acid is an example of Perkin condensation. So इसका आंसर रहेको छ Perkin condensation. Question number 47. When formaldehyde is heated with ammonia, it forms a product which is used as urinary antiseptic. The product is, यसको आंसर रहेको छ hexamethylene tetramine, often refers to as a methenamine, is a product formed when formaldehyde reacts with ammonia. This chemical has the unique property of releasing formaldehyde slowly when it comes into contact with acidic or acidic urine. The released formaldehyde can act as an antiseptic within the urinary tract, helping to prevent or treat urinary tract infection. Therefore, Hexamethylene tetraamine is widely used urinary antiseptic, making it the correct answer in this context. Question number 48. The critical temperature of nitrogen and NH3 are -147 degrees Celsius and 132 degrees Celsius respectively. NH3 can be liquefied at room temperature, but N2 can't be liquefied at room temperature because इसको आंसर रहेको छ critical temperature of N2 is much less than the room temperature. अब कसरी हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि the critical temperature of a substance is the temperature above which it cannot be liquefied regardless to the pressure applied. The critical temperature of N2 is -147 degrees Celsius, which is much less than room temperature, approximately 20 to 25 degrees Celsius. On other hand, the critical temperature of NH3 is 132 degrees Celsius, which is significantly higher than room temperature. So इसको आंसर रहेको छ critical temperature of N2 is much less than the room temperature. Question number 49. When acetone is heated with HCN and undergoes complete hydrolysis, it forms, इसको आंसर रहेको छ 2-hydroxy 2-methyl propanic acid. When acetone, that is propane, is heated with HCN hydrogen cyanide and undergoes complete hydrolysis, it forms 2-hydroxy 2-methyl propanic acid, also known as lactic acid. So इसको आंसर रहेको छ C number, that is 2-hydroxy 2-methyl propanic acid. Question number 50. The rate of reaction is doubled for every 10 rise in temperature. The increase in reaction rate as a result of rise in temperature from 10 to 80 degrees Celsius is यसको आन्सर रहेको छ 128 times. कसरी हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि म्याथमेटिकली तपाईले फर्मुला दिएको छ k = a into e to the power minus ea upon rt, where k is the rate constant, a is the pre-exponential factor, ea is the activation energy, r is the gas constant. So math numerical तपाईहरुले भ्यालु राख्नु भयो भने तपाईको आन्सर आउँछ 128. हस् त अहिलेको लागि यतिकै. अब अर्को भिडियोमा हामी अवश्य नै भेट्ने छौं. यदि तपाईलाई भिडियो मन पर्यो भने भिडियोलाई लाइक र शेयर गर्न नबिर्सनु होला. र यदि तपाईलाई केही डाउट छ अथवा केही कन्फ्युजन छ अथवा केही क्वेरी सोध्नु छ भने हामीले आफ्नो WhatsApp र Telegram को लिंक डिस्क्रिप्सन बक्समा राखिदिएको छौं. र यो भन्दा अगाडि हामीले 2023-22 को भिडियोहरु पनि अपलोड गरिसकेका छौं. कमन इन्ट्रान्स एक्जामिनेसन को लागि हेल्पफुल हुने त्यो भिडियोहरु हेर्नु भएको छैन भने डिस्क्रिप्सन बक्समा लिंक हामीले राखिदिएको छौं. त्यो पनि रिफर गर्नुस्. र मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेन्ट कुरा, कमन इन्ट्रान्स एक्जामिनेसन क्यान्डिडेटलाई यो भिडियो शेयर गर्न नबिर्सनु होला. थ्यांक यू.